Let's see Sayori. I'm definitely most comfortable sharing it with Sayori first. She's my good friend after all. Oh my goodness, this is so good, Satan. Eh. I love it. Had no idea you were such a good writer. You must be seriously overreacting. Exactly. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Eh? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people here, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem, it's a Satan poem. Oh, fortuna! Luna. It's a Satan poem. Oh boy! And that makes it feel extra special! Like I can feel your feelings in it. It was literally pandering to you, so yeah, of course you can. Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori. Hee. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Yeah, for example. Well, of course. Not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Satan, deep down you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do. Heh. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motif here. Then again, I can't deny that she is the part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah. Why do I always say yeah like that? And I'm gonna make sure you have a lot of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear Sunshine. Well, not a bad poem to be honest. It's kind of joking at the end, but I think that's the point. This is just a guess, but did you wait until the morning to write this? No. Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah, I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out now, nice or something, I didn't even read it. Sound just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially the last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you're late for school, it's bad to skip breakfast. Yes, I got all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyways, thanks for sharing with me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. Why? But next time, I won't forget. I won't forgive. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Next, let's see Monica. Hi Satan, having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear that. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have a suggestion for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring it up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Yeah, that would make you a horrible poet, to be honest. You never go with the flow. Anyways, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Satan. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. And for my poem, I like this one. Makes me think of something Sayori would like. Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sort of things in common. Well, we may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Well, that may be the case. But maybe there are some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you, it sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you'd think. So I think that's the kind of vibe... Oh, Jesus Christ, I'm sleepy, sorry. That's the kind of vibe I'm getting when reading your poem. You sure you're not reading into it too much? I could be. Oh my gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own. Exactly. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. I'm sure you'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. Oh, that's me saying, not her. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. In the context of the game, this is really messed up. In the context of actually writing poetry as someone who writes poetry, she's got a point. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims not to be very good. Well, that's cause I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Damn! Oh god. When you combine this... Damn! The wall she's referring to is the fourth wall. That's all I'm going to say, and god damn. God damn, this is... Somebody really put in some effort in this poetry. And the game. So what do you think? It's very free form, if that's what you call it. Well, yeah. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. Freeform can be a fantastic tool, but so can a strict form. It all depends on what you're doing and what you're trying to do with it. Sorry, there's gonna be poetry ramble. I am a poet. That's actually one of the main reasons I decided to even play this game. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. Exactly. But sometimes the poetry is not meant to be performed, it's meant to be read. There's different things you can do with it. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. You became a self-conscious program. That's pretty much it. Guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kinda nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Makes sense. Anyway, here's Monica writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poetry or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. Yes. If you try so hard to make it perfect, you'll never make any progress. Amen. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. No. When you're writing something, you do not force it. If it comes out naturally, okay. If not, take a break. Write down like a hint, like a couple of lines that came into your mind and work on them on a later date. Do not force it. Wrong. Bad, Monica. Another way to do... Another way to think about this is, if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll get a big dark puddle of ink. Yeah, that could actually be an element of a poem. So just move your hand and go with the flow. Never go with the flow. Never. That's my advice of the day. Thanks for listening. She sounded like a TV anchor pretty much. Let's go with Natsuki. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. Just didn't invoke any emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your taste. You want to get smacked? I'll pass. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you like it. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb, crickets can leap. Yeah, everybody can do this. People can try, but that's about it. Yeah. People can try, but most of them don't. Told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. No, it doesn't. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't it a point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Amen! Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Yes! Yes! Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Yes! Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things, but things can be really disheartening. Not really, not to me at least. I guess it can be to some people, but yeah. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Ooh yeah. Oh yeah. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. Exactly. Helps bring out the last line, yes. Guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from a youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. Don't really care how old everyone is, but Natsuki is feeling proud that I won't take that away from her. Let's see Yuri. Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking. I have no idea how to breathe. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not, I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay, this is your first poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? Just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. So it's that bad. No! Did I just raise my voice? I'm sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. Couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. Might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you going to say? Right. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical for new writers, I believe it should say. And having been through that myself, kinda learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable is that talk, god damn it, I have words, use them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter and they form fit the two together. Yeah. And the end result is that both style and expressiveness are weakened. Okay, yeah, that makes sense because you need to adjust your style based on the topic you're writing on. Slight tweaks are enough, but yeah, you need to be adaptable. Once you refine her train of thought again, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a single poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, tell me about it. It's like the first times I tried to use a proper form for my poems, and it was just so complicated to get working. Because I don't usually mind form that much. I don't count the lines inside of every verse and anything, but sometimes I either deliberately destroy any semblance of form or I go for some kind of countdown form, like verses that go 3, 2, 1. And yeah, it can be pretty challenging to actually get it working. As I said, poetry ramble. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in a club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. Shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. Yeah, everyone is biased. We're people. We have to be biased on something. Nobody is cliche free. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. or to all three of you. Do you mind if I read your poem? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if there's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Jesus Christ, this is gonna be a bit troublesome to read for me. Oh! Yeah, it took me a bit to decipher this handwriting style, but it's a pretty nice poem. It's a pretty nice poem, I like it. I'm sorry I have such a terrible handwriting. Yeah, it's not the greatest. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. I did. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. Yes. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. The poem cannot be too short or too long as it's done right. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts? I don't know how to interpret that smile. Actually, the story isn't about the ghost at all, Satan. Really? You must have missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember, the poets often express their own thoughts, feeling, and experience in their work. So she is the ghost. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past. And this is probably something connected to Project Libatina, which is this game studio's next project, and this is actually a commercial for Project Libatina. I know that as well. And soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. Hadn't even thought about that. I did. That's impressive. Yeah, it is. It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Pew! I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chattering. Again. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They're gingerly exchanging sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expression change. Natsuki eyebrow furrows in frustration, meanwhile Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem on the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Yeah. Clearly about feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just mean the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. I mean, you have to. Ay ay ay. Do you have a couple of suggestions? If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sour liked it and Satan did too. Based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, yeah. Don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. Of course, of course. Oh boy. Jesus Christ. Is everyone okay? No, it's not. Doesn't involve you. I'm I think is that I agree with both of them. Wait, there's reason. Depends on who you're writing for. If you want everyone to hear it, everyone to understand it, you need to be blunt. If you're writing something you want people to think over, then you need to be a bit more convoluted. I mean, yes, I understand. Jesus! I would just walk away. Help me! Yeah. Sorry, yeah. Everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you're making your friends feel like this. Satan! That's her problem. Isn't about her. I agree. It's unfortunate that it's unfortunate for others to interject their own feelings into our conflict. You two are stupid, aren't you? I'm just reading this. What the f- Thank you! Well, they want to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people. I love them because they're different, because of their differences. Like Suki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Amen! Amen! Yes! She is actually a bit reasonable! Ah. Aaron is so talented, so why are we fighting? Because, well, also. Natsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were. Okay. You know that straight comment I did before? Yeah, that might be right. She stands up triumphantly. Charge, bitch! Stands behind her with bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. She rushes off. Suki sits down with blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Sarah is vice president, I whisper to Monica. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader and I can organize things. But I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing for me. Nah, it's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess... Oh Jesus Christ, I'm sleepy. I don't know why, it's not even 4 PM. Guess that just means Sayori is amazing in her own way, isn't she? Yeah. I can say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself... Yeah, I'm going to save here. Going to save here and I'm gonna call it a day because I still have some other things to take care of today. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, subscribe. Yours to do and might hope for. And videos might be a bit irregular from now on for a while because Easter and holidays and everything. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, comment, subscribe. Yours to do and might hope for. And bye!